Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today we are finally going to be getting my front yard koi pond up and running for the year. This right here is my front yard koi pond. Any of you that are new to the channel may have not seen this before, and that's just because it has been winter. This pond has been shut down for around 6 months, I think. But like I said, today we are getting it back up and running. We're going to have this waterfall running. We're going to have it looking nice and clean. And yeah, initially I was planning on like doing a complete cleaning of this pond, like draining the whole thing and then using a power washer to wash all the rocks and gravel in it. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to get the plumbing back up and running, the pump, the skimmer. I want to get that all set up, and then I do want to do like almost a 100% water change. We're pretty much just going to leave as much water as the fish need, then we'll fill it all the way back up with new clean water. And yeah, I mean, the whole thing seems pretty straightforward. But the first thing we need to do is get all this netting off, and then we're also going to get that air pump out of there, and then we can start looking into the plumbing. Alrighty guys, so we got the netting off and we got the air pump out of the pond. And now I'm gonna go ahead and set the skimmer in place. Hopefully it fits right back in here as it did last year and we don't have to mess with it too much. Alright, so that'll do for now. We'll get the pump in place and then we'll mess with that if we need to. So I am gonna go ahead and put the pump in here. Now we need to get the pump hooked up to the skimmer. Now we're getting the pump all hooked up to the waterfall tube. And there we go. Now real quick, I'm gonna see if this works. It should work, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. And 3, 2, 1. All right, and if we take a look up here at the mini pond, it is filling up, and real quick, I'm actually gonna get as much of these leaves out as possible. Alright guys, everything is going good so far. The pond is running exactly how it should be. As you can see, the skimmer is working good, helping us out getting all that floating debris out of here. But I did make a minor mistake. I should have put this little locking device on the tube where it connects to the pipe just to secure it down so that pipe doesn't come loose and start launching water everywhere. That happened a few times last year once we finished up building the pond. So I did throw this little securing thing on there, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back on there real quick. Alrighty guys, I just got that clamp onto the output tube and this thing shouldn't be going anywhere. And now I believe we're pretty much done with the plumbing, and I would cover this up right now, but we're gonna give the skimmer a bit of time to kind of collect all these leaves and other floating stuff out of the pond. Then after it gets most of it, we'll go ahead and empty the skimmer and then we'll cover everything back up. But yeah, everything is looking awesome. I definitely missed having this pond running, and I'm sure all the fish in here are also very happy to have the flow back. Look, they're all hanging out right up by the waterfall. Literally, one of the goldfish is under the waterfall right now. So you can tell how much they missed it too. But now the next thing we need to do is just do our water change. I want to drain like almost all the water out of this pond. Just leave enough for the fish to stay in here. And that's going to have this pond looking pretty nice. It's going to be crystal clear, hopefully. And that's going to take a really long time for the whole pond to drain. So I'm just going to set up a time lapse and I'll update you guys whenever the pond is drained. Alright guys, so the pond is just about empty. I left just enough water in there for the fish. You can see them all right down there, chilling. While the pond was draining, I did use this leaf blower to kind of suck up some of the leaves right around the pond, just to keep them from eventually blowing into the pond. And I mean, all we really have left to do is just fill up this pond. While it's filling up, I'm gonna try and get as many leaves out as possible. I'll probably get a net for that. And yeah, I'm gonna set up another super long time lapse. The last one was literally an hour long. That's how long it took for the pond to drain. But it's probably gonna fill up a little bit quicker, and I'll check in with you when it's done. Alright guys, so about 45 minutes later, the pond is full. There it is. You can see it is still a bit murky for sure. Definitely not as clear as I wanted it, but I'm sure as we were filling it up, it stirred a bunch of stuff up in here. So I think here in a few days, it should be clearer than it is now, and I'll definitely update you guys on that. But yeah, there's a look at the waterfall. Definitely just as strong as it was last year, and that leads up to the mini pond here. And last year, I thought about getting some fish just to stay in the mini pond, but I didn't end up doing it because I think there is too much flow in there, and it would just stress the fish out. But we did put a bunch of aquatic plants in there, and we will probably be doing the same thing this year. I plan on making another pond video here in a few weeks where we put Willie the one-eyed koi fish and that other goldfish I have into this pond. Then in that video we'll probably get some aquatic plants, and we might even get some like terrestrial plants to go around the rest of the pond. And I think we also want to get some fresh mulch for this whole area, so that'll definitely have this pond looking good. But there's one more thing I want to do before this video ends, and that is actually get another fish for this pond. I just made the impulse decision that I want another koi for this pond. We are adding those 2 other fish here in a couple weeks, like I said, but other than them, I think we can fit 1 more koi in this pond. So right now I'm gonna head over to the pet store and see what we can find. Alrighty guys, I just got done inside of the pet store. They had a pretty limited supply of koi, but luckily they had one that I really liked. This guy has got some awesome colors on him. He's a pretty light orange with a mix of white. That'll definitely be a good addition to the pond. I've got that orange and white butterfly koi, but the orange on that guy's a lot darker. We don't really have any with this lighter orange color, and I cannot wait to get this guy into the pond, so we're gonna get this guy home before it gets too dark outside and get him all situated in there. Alrighty guys, we are back from the pet store. We've got our new koi right here, and we are gonna put him right into the pond to start acclimating. And the pond is still pretty chilly, so we're gonna give him about 25 to 30 minutes to acclimate. And with that being said, I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, it has been 25 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and grab our new koi, and we are just gonna go ahead and grab him by hand. And got him right there, and there he goes. Oh, there he is right down there, swimming by everyone. Oh, now they're starting to check him out. Look at that. It's gonna be awesome seeing that little guy grow in this pond. But I do actually want to give you guys one more update in the morning of our new koi and of the whole pond. We'll see how everyone's doing. We'll see if the pond is any clearer. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you in the morning. Alright guys, so it is the next day, and let's just go right ahead and take a look at the pond. As you can see, it is looking a lot better than it was yesterday. It has definitely cleared up quite a bit, and I think turning the pump and the waterfalls back on has definitely spooked these fish a little bit. They've been spending a lot of time in hiding in those little caves that I made for them, but they're probably just getting used to that new water movement. And as for the new koi that we put in here last night, I did see him a couple hours ago when I came out here to check on it, but I do not see him right now. So that pretty much is going to wrap up this video. Like I said multiple times, I am very happy to have this pond up and running again. I love just coming out on the porch to watch and listen to the waterfall. And yeah, I'm very excited to get One-Eyed Willie and my other goldfish into this pond. It's going to be coming real soon, so stay tuned. That pretty much is going to wrap up this video, and today's comment of the day goes out too. And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you got to do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm going to see you in the next video.